How to Meditate Lesson 11 explains how to meditate properly for beginners. But first, let's do a stillness meditation practice. Remember, stillness is a 10-minute twice daily practice. The first 5 minutes we hold a spot, focused concentration on an image in our mind's eye. If you can't see it, pretend it's there, know it's there, imagine it's there. After the second bell, you let go of that spot. You follow the sound of the bell down and go to silence, no thought, absence of thought. And we hold that for 5 minutes as well. Then you'll hear the bamboo clap and you're done. Let's say Reverend Bradley's request and do our stillness practice. Open, O Blessed Spirit, the spiritual eyes of my soul, that I may be released from the darkness overspreading me by the delusions of the outward senses, that I may perceive and understand those things spiritual. complete your meditation. And as you allow your awareness to rise just a little bit, allow yourself to settle and linger in a place of quiet receptivity, a place of thinking tranquility. I like to call it the eye of the storm, a place where your emotions and your body are all relaxed and calm and quiet, your inner sanctum, if you will. You can turn off all of the chaos of the outward world and be unto yourself for just a few minutes to do your thinking, to do your pondering, to contemplate your day and see what's ahead for you. See if you've got any resistance, any reluctance, any worries and concerns. And allow yourself to think through those from a place of having your spiritual eyes open to inform your brain and your conscious choices throughout the day. For me, as a spiritualist, that's why I meditate, to reach that place of quietude, quiet receptivity of thinking tranquility that allows me to truly open the spiritual eyes of my soul and perceive those things spiritual. What's interesting is, as you become more practiced at controlling your mind and allowing yourself to be present, that quiet place extends for longer and longer periods of time after your meditation, even when you're consciously about your work. Some people call this mindfulness. Today, however, we look at how to meditate properly for beginners. And as I explain this to you, from my perspective, my point of view, I've been meditating for 30 years, and I want to remind you this whole concept of beginners is true for each person who meditates, whether they've been doing it day 1 or day 10,001 or day 100,001, if you're really, really old. Because the intention and the focus of meditation, it's like a very deep body of water. It's very calm. It's very fluid. It has no apparent disruption to what it is. And that's what meditation is all about. But when we begin, there's a couple of pointers I can give you. The first thing is to remember, the practice is the practice. Every time you sit for a meditation, every time you consciously create a meditation practice and you do the practice, you do the work, you're meditating. Our minds will want to compare and contrast. Is today's meditation better than yesterday? What about that bald guy on YouTube? What did he have to say about it? And you start to have your mind question what you're doing. But remember, the practice is the practice. Period. The second thing for me to help you understand the proper way to meditate when you're starting out, when you're beginning, is the routine, the practice, working in the best time for you to get the job done. Because like everything in life, consistency of practice is where the payload is. That's where you'll get the reward. So for me, the morning meditation is pretty much 99% dialed in. I wake up, I pee, I meditate. I make my coffee and I get about my day. In the evening, it's anchored around different types of things, typically around the time I'm going to bed. Find a place in your routine where you can tuck in, attach to, anchor your meditation practice. For me, I meditate 10 minutes, so it's not a big ordeal. If we have company, if the grandkids are over, I can sneak into the bathroom for 10 minutes and be undisturbed. Moms, not so much. But grandpas, we don't have that problem. So build into your routine a way to get your regular practice. The third pointer on how to meditate properly is that part of the meditation practice is allowing yourself to accept those things beyond your control. I just had a plane fly over while I'm trying to record this, and I noticed my mind becoming perturbed because the microphone I use will pick up the plane. In fact, you may have heard it. Sometimes birds fly by. We have a flock of crows who fly by at different times of the year. And during my meditation, I'll have hundreds of crows flying over doing their kind. Sometimes the neighbor's car alarm goes off, or someone in the house makes a noise, or the ice maker dumps Life happens. Life is noisy. Life is a distraction. What meditation does is allows us to see how we react to those distractions and to build our skills in not being distracted by the distraction because we have a choice about our reaction. That's it. That's my top 3 tips for how to meditate properly as a beginner. I'm T.S. Hall, the Stoic Medium, and I train old souls, empaths, and highly sensitive people how to accelerate their spiritual awakening by excelling as psychics and healers so they can display undeniable proof of their abilities on command when they need them most, so they may create a life of purpose and thrive. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up. Not so much, give us a thumbs down. We're a new channel. We're trying to figure out how to convey this ageless, timeless spiritual message and teachings via video. It's kind of an interesting, odd way to do it. Me speaking here to you through a camera. Weird. I am an old guy if I didn't mention that. If you're new to our channel, subscribe. You'll find a red button below, or you can click my picture and you can subscribe. Hit the little bell if you never want to miss one of the spiritual lessons we publish. And below my picture, you'll find what I recommend you watch next. It's our introduction to Spiritualism Made Simple, to see if spiritualism as a philosophy is the right path for your spiritual journey this lifetime. Until we meet again, my highest blessings.